A very good evening to one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, it is audible. Yes, ma'am, audible.
Thank you. So I am Pradeepa Nagarajan, Assistant Professor, Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Shift to Agurchand, Manmull, Jain College. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to day 6 of our International Virtual Faculty Development Program on the theme Tech Enabled Student Development in a VUCA-BANI World. It's a Saturday evening, and while most people are winding down for the weekend, here we are gathered virtually, choosing learning over leisure. That speaks volume about your dedication to teaching and growth, and we are truly appreciate your presence. As we near the final stage of this enriching journey, I would like to thank each one of you for your consistent participation, enthusiastic engagement, and unwavering energy throughout the week. You have made every section more vibrant, and it's a joy to share this platform with such an inspiring academic community. Let us now begin today's session with a moment of respect and tradition. I request everyone to please join us for the Jain Mahamantra followed by Tamil Thai Bhakti.
ॐ नमो वरिहन्ताणं ॐ नमो सिद्धाणं ॐ नमो यरियाणं ॐ नमो वच्छायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहूणं ईशो पञ्चनमुक्तारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलाणं च सव्वेसिं पठमं हवै मङ्गलं पठमं हवै मङ्गलम् நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமில் எக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வழக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறமையான செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you. To officially begin today's session, I now invite Professor P. Pandidurai, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to everyone. It is with great joy and enthusiasm that I welcome you all day 6 of our 7-day international virtual faculty development program, Tech Enabled Tech Enabled Student Development in VUCA-BANI World, preparing the learner for uncertain future, organized by Department of Corporate Secretaryship, shifted to Agurchand Manmull Jain College. Over the past few days, we have the privilege of listening some inspiring speakers who have shared the valuable insight on how the educator can adapt, grow, and guide the student in fast-changing and unpredictable world. Today, we have honor to have another enlightened session ahead, and I sure it will be just engaging and thought-provoking the previous one. On behalf of our Dean, Deputy Dean, management, organizing team, and the department. I extended warm welcome to our resource person, respective faculty members, participants, and well-wishers who have joined us today. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Please unmute Pradeepa. Pradeepa, please unmute.
Oh, very sorry, I didn't notice. Very sorry. Okay. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Nirmala Raghavan, Assistant Professor, to introduce our distinguished speaker for this evening, Dr. Ruby Thomas, Associate Professor, Saintgits College of Applied Science, Kerala, who will lead us into today's session on bringing the gap between Industry 4.0 and employability. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Pradeepa. Good evening, one and all present here. It's my privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. Juby Thomas, Associate Professor at Saintgits College of Applied Sciences, Kerala. With an impressive academic background, Dr. Juby Thomas brings with her over 17 years of teaching and research experience. Our research interests span across finance, marketing, and human resource management, and she has contributed extensively to reputed journals, including Scopus Index publications. She is also the author of a business ethics textbook for BCom students published by Kalyani Publishers. Dr. Juby Thomas has participated in numerous national and international conferences and webinars and also completed several certification courses from global universities such as University of Yale, Duke, Michigan, and the Indian School of Business through Coursera. We are honored to have you, such a distinguished academician, with us today. We welcome you, ma'am, for the today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the kind
Thank you.
words. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And
You
Nirmala,
are
ma'am,
on.
thank you for the introduction.
Uh,
And we now move on uh, to highlight this evening with great enthusiasm. I now welcome Dr. Juby Thomas, Associate Professor, St. Kitts College of Applied Science, Kerala, to present her session on Industry 4.0 and employability, bringing academia and workplace demand. Ma'am, the virtual stage is now yours.
Thank you all. Let me thank the dignitaries, especially Dr. Karthikeyan, who has contacted me to take the section. Uh, Moving on to Pandidurai sir, Pratibha ma'am, and Nirmala ma'am, giving me a warm welcome with sweet words and highly appreciable words about me. Thank you all. So let's move on to the section.
Thank you,
Let me
ma'am.
please share the PPT.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Uh, uh, since you begin with your session, I just thought to ask you a question. So a few them, many people are telling that industry 4.0, and another group is telling 4.0. So we need the
It's
proper word
4.0.
4.0. So
Oh,
not zero, right?
sorry. It's 4.0. 4.0.
4.0, right? Okay, ma'am.
It's not O, it's 0. We have
Okay,
familiarized
because
with that numbering in case of marketing 3.0,
yeah,
third versions. In the same way, it's 4.0.
4.0 and not O, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hope the screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's
Okay.
visible now.
So, moving
Okay.
on to the section, I would like to give a brief introduction. I'm Juby Thomas from Kerala. Uh, I'm working as an associate professor in Saintgits group of colleges. It has 4 or 5 wings. It is mainly based on engineering college. We have arts and science college, management, and computer science college. So I have a small connection with Tamil Nadu. Actually, I am born and brought up at Kalpakam. My father was an engineer in atomic power station. I had my uh, 8th standard in Kendriya Vidyalaya Kalpakam. Later on, I did my PhD from Wells University, Pallavaram. Uh, okay, I just gave the brief introduction so that the speaker as well as the audience have a good rapport. So, moving on through the section, the topic given or the area given to me is Industry 4.0 and employability, bridging academian and workplace demand. So, actually, we are dealing with something like demand and supply. Demand for industrialists and the supply for industrialists through students. So moving on to the next slide, what is actually what we are going to look forward in this section is actually we are exploring the intersection of industries and employability, focusing on how academic institution can better prepare students for the evolving workplace demand driven by technological advancement. Actually, when we talk about Industry 4.0, it shows it highlights the advancement that has made in industrial sector. So we are not pointing industry means it comes under textile industry, manufacturing industry, educational industry, every sectors of a company. So we'll move on to the definition. So Industry 4.0 means that it's an integration of Internet of Things, in short, IoT, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, sensor, and mobile computing into traditional industrial product and service. So any advancement that have been made either in industrial sector or in sector hospitality sector or in hospital sector, even in hospital sector, any advancement with regard to AI, cloud computing, Internet of Things, all these comes under one umbrella, that is termed to be Industry 4.0. So what is the transformation across the sector? So it is a revolutionized manufacturing on other sector by enabling smart factories and new human machine partnership, creating advanced job roles. Now recently we are actually in our place and all Kerala, we have introduced 4 year BCom program according to new NEP. So the new NEP says that more vocational experience has to be given to students so that their employability demand will be increased in the market where it is rapidly growing. So the importance of employability. So first thing is skill requirement in the modern workplace. As we all know, AI, computer, technology, IT sector are drastically moving or jumping out with advancement. So the modern workplace demands skill like critical thinking, digital literacy, and adaptability is essential for navigating complex environment influenced by fast-paced technological changes. So, newly, the government has introduced NEP. In that syllabus itself, they have asked the university in our state and all, they have asked the university to draft one extra module. That extra module is termed to be teacher specific module. Okay, in teacher specific module, the curriculum module will be till 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the fifth one will be teacher specific module. In teacher specific module, they have asked the concerned subject teacher to draft a new module which will be a extension of the existing module drafted by the university, and this should be in an activity oriented format. Students should be encouraged with new technology, inculcating new technology in some or the other activity given. For example, nowadays uh, children's are students are competing with a business plan competition and all. Okay, initially we used to teach them this is the pattern of business plan, this is the plan, this is how you have supposed to do, like that and all. But now in every classroom of a commerce student, every classroom, some or the other activities are given with regard to business plans and all. Every students are being divided into groups, they are asked to present a plan. Nowadays children are using artificial, as we all know, artificial intelligence are drastically developing. Even we use chat gpts, gamma, there is a lot of spiceco, there is lot of ai tools. All these tools has to be familiarized in the academic years of building up the student to reach the employability. Next is academic role in skill development. That's what I told with an example. So nowadays marketing has been, when we purchase products like vacuum cleaner or robo vacuum cleaner from Amazon, we can find that while sliding out the pictures of robo vacuum cleaner or ordinary vacuum cleaner, they would show us a augmented reality. Okay, so you have to just mail the or take the picture or make the camera on, so that they will show you how the product will serve at your house. It can be an interior or it can be such technological product. So introduction of ai in employability or in workspace is what it is drastically developing. So the students should be equipped to such an outer world technology. These are some area how we can strengthen the students, that is encourage partnership between the educational institution and industry to conduct
Ma'am,
joint research in.
ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, your
Yes.
slides are not moving, ma'am, actually. Now it's moving. Now only it is coming to the second slide.
Okay, okay. um is it moving?
Ah, just go to the third slide, ma'am. Just move all the slides.
Okay,
Okay, now it,
hope it.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Oh, now it's okay,
okay.
ma'am. Now it's perfect.
ah,
Thank you, ma'am.
okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
thank you, thank you, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, so this demand and supply, initially I told industry 4.0 is the demand, and we academicians create the supply through in terms of students. So students should be, or the coming generation should be equipped in such a way so that the demand is being satisfied. Actually we academicians or the teachers or the facilitators or the mentors are the real person who mold the students. So joint, this is how we can strengthen the supply or equip the supply. Is one is joint research project. That means the institutions or educational institution can get tie up with industries, so that the students are made familiar with real lifetime workplace experience. Anyway, in foreign countries and all, they have been asked to do 1 month or 6 months OJT, on the job training or internship, in different sectors of industries, so that they get a work experience. When they reach the real world of industry, they can equip themselves, they won't be set aside. So next is co-design the curricula, or as I told you, due to recent development in our state and all, uh, due to the new NEP policy, new education policy, we have introduced the curriculum so that it satisfy the workplace demand. So as a part of that, as I already mentioned, as a part of the accepting or overcoming the demand of the workplace environment, the university has asked every subject has got only 4 modules, and the fifth module is the teacher who designs the fifth module, and she should design the fifth module in such a way that the students can equip themselves to real time experience. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, here there are universities or outside of in UK, Australia, they start their curriculum co-designing from the age of some 8 itself. Some technical experience, students are asked to put on the lights, fix their room light themselves. They technically or electrically learn how a light has to be fixed, so they get an work life knowledge in the initial days of their schooling itself. They are asked to what they are asked to do some works like putting the taps, knobs, repairing at home itself. They are giving practices. um, uh, in the same way, some screwdrivers, some knobs or nails, they are asked to repair themselves. All these type of training has to be inculcated in the curriculum itself. That's what the second point says on. So moving on to the next slide. Actually, when curriculum is advanced, some or the other way, indirectly, actually the slide does not relates to our topic today, but indirectly gives a benefit to academicians or the teachers or the facilitators or the mentors. So here comes, when half what we say, total curriculum is been, if the total curriculum is been divided in two parts, the first part is the theory and the second part is given the practical. Students are self developed, students get self motivation. Oh, if a child is asked to tighten a particular screw of a bicycle, it might be a toy bicycle, or a 10-year child is asked to replace the cell in a torch, he gets confidence that I know to cell in a torch. This was usually done by mom and dad. Now I can also do. So when we practice such a curriculum in the initial stage of education, we are actually building confidence in the students or among the kids. In such a way, actually the maturity level of the brain or intellectual capacity of the students can be improved one after the other. This is what been doing in schools where special children are being trained. They are asked to do some activity which resembles the real life activity. They are asked to do it by themselves. It can be daily routine works like brushing the teeth, by making them to practice something which they can't do. They imagine themselves that I'm talking about specially challenged student. In their case, we are implementing some real life experience or real time training among them. The same way, some real life experience with regard to tech, it can be regard to technology. We are talking about technology, has to be given among early education itself, so that we can adopt themselves to the work life environment. So actually, in our Indian education system, we have not yet introduced such pattern of education in their curriculum, but it's time. Might be it would be bit late when compared to Eastern or European education system, but it's now the peak time to introduce such workplace environment in the curriculum itself. So, what is the benefit to an employee when confidence are built among students? It gives us some work-life balance among the teachers, among the faculties. New technological investments or advancement are taught in the curriculum, more people would come to our institutions. Compensation is increased, job security, overall, the life balance, or it creates a smooth life balance among the employees, and it leads to a employee satisfaction model. Actually, this I just introduced this in order to when we balance the demand between the supply and demand, knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, it influences our career. That's why I just included it. Okay, going on to the technologies in advanced technology used in industry in the era of 4.0 and work transformation. Initially, I have been divided into three. First category comes, it is shaded in yellow. First category comes advanced industrial 4.0 technologies. So we are using many digital technologies such as 3D scanning, augmented reality, and wearable devices to transform manufacturing processes. When we talk about manufacturing process, it is truly associated with logistic management. Nowadays, logistic AI has been introduced in logistic management. So as we ma'am, can I just interrupt beyond the topic?
Not at all, ma'am. You
Okay,
can continue.
ma'am, excuse
Yes, ma'am.
me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excuse me, ma'am. Whether the audience are from management, commerce, or it's a mixed?
It's a mixed from all
It's
disciplines, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, as I'm from commerce management background, so I'm giving more examples with regard to commerce. So, in manufacturing industry, we have got warehousing, logistic management. Initially, nowadays, the logistic management is grabbing more demand in the market areas and all, more employment opportunities, more skills development area courses are being drafted in logistic management. So initially, this concept of logistic management has been newly drafted in the area of business. So nowadays, AI, artificial intelligence, are being installed in programs related to logistic management. So a person who is maintaining a storekeeper, go down keeper, or warehouse keeper, he gets an alert message when the stock is over, or when the stock has crossed the danger level or minimum level. So the second category is artificial intelligence. machine learning and IoT in production, etc., factory and all. Recently, I came across a IEEE journal. In that, there was an article stating that a guy of artificial intelligence, I think he is a student, he has found out a sensor which detect, I mean, it would be very useful in both in Tamil Nadu as well as in Kerala, because we, to a certain extent, we both states are cultivators of coconut. So this fellow has identified a AI sensor which helps to identify which soil is good for cultivating coconuts, as well as if a particular area, if coconut is being planted, using the sand of that area, he can say that which type of synthetic or agro facility, fertilizers should be used so that the coconut would grow faster or give more productivity. So AI have reached till that. So there are sensors with which are used in different areas. ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, uh, as well as there are softwares to detect the heartbeats. There are persons using pacemakers. Okay, pacemakers, actually, when a pacemaker is inbuilt in human body, it is stated that among the doctors it is guaranteed for 10 years. So the validity of the battery goes for 10 years. There are programs which helps to detect the charge of the battery. Okay, just implanting some chips in the body. So it might all create some negatives and all. But when I said about the previous example with regard to the fertilizers which has to be used for growing coconuts and all, it's very useful to agricultural sectors. So in, as I told earlier, industrial 4.0 does not depict to a single group of companies or single a sector of business units. It is wide, or it is wide as such as how much our business unit is being developed. The third is workforce transformation and skill evolution. There are companies like TCS and Wipro. They provide their training facility among the institutions. They provide their training, 6 months training courses or training facilities with MOU with colleges and all. So moving on to the gap between these two. So how can we, as we, many of you as doctorates, many of you might be doing researchers, isn't it? So we know the research gap. What is research gap? Here also there is a gap between the demand and supply. How this gap can be neglected, or how the gap can be eliminated. Either curriculum development, inculcating practical section, experience, emerging technological sections, familiarize the students with technological advancement. So if nowadays and all, both the cases in your college as well as in my college, when we give assignments and all, students would be writing the assignment with ChatGPT. Let them do it, let them explore it. There are many options in ChatGPT was started with ChatGPT. Next version was ChatGPT 1. Now it has reached the fourth gen. So let them use, let them uncover the technological advancement which is around them. So the another technology usage in case of academic and all, we have WhatsApp Meta. It is another AI. That is, there are Power BIs. Inculcate all these things in our curriculum. Nowadays, the government of India is supporting in different ways in improving the curriculum. They have made many provisions for the educational sector to collaborate with different startup missions. Several startup missions are there, idea generation missions, organizations, IEDC cells. So all these reduces the gap between the industry 4 and the academic supply. Next is industry partnership. This is the another thing which helps the students to familiarize what is real world project or what is real work environment. So once all these partnership, so recently LIC of India, Insurance Institute of India, is coming forward to collab with educational institution. Another is configuration of Indian industry, CII. They are collaborating with colleges, graduate colleges under the head Youth India, YUVA, and with the same organization, CII, Configuration of Indian Industry, is collaborating with school student under the head Talir. All these things helps actually the CII under the head Yuva and Talar. Actually, they are uplifting their corporate social responsibility through getting an MOU with educational institution. But our student is getting an opportunity about or experiencing what the real work life environment is. And the third category of reducing the gap is soft skill training. So, fostering communication, teamwork, and problem solving skills. All this can be inculcated even if it is not in the syllabus or even if it is not in the curriculum. So, all these practices has to be done among the students so that the coming youth or coming generation would be capable of meeting the demand of the market. So, so as I told in the previous cell, in order to reduce the gap between the industrial demand and academic supply, we have to cater all these things. One is curriculum development. We have to change the curriculum development according to industrial, technological, or innovative advancement. The second is we have to get into memorandum of association with real world industries. And third one is we have to train soft skill training. Even though while taking a lecture or speaking out or advising, it's very simple, but we have some obstacles. That is the challenges in implicating all these ideas or all these things. First is resistance to change, isn't it? So I think if my memory is correct, the new education policy was introduced a decades before itself, but recently from 2020 only we started implementing it, because there's a lot of resistance. Even if we want to change our curriculum with regard to vocational, with regard to some vocational element, or we want to change the syllabus with adding some vocational element, there would be hundreds of people resisting it. It can be in terms of stakeholders, or it can be in terms that the technology is not available, the technology is expensive, traditional teaching method is more good or more convenient, it conveys more ideas rather than giving them practical knowledge, there would be a lots of resistance. So we have to convince and we have to overcome all this resistance to change. Next is resource constraint. So it's not that easy to introduce all the technological changes that happen in the world in an educational sector. So for that we need, sometimes we need some collaboration from the side of the industry. So many of the educational institutions lack the necessary resources, including funding, technology, effective implementation of new programs aligned with industries. Okay, so at my college days and all, artificial intelligence, introduction of a robot, it was beyond thoughts. We used to say that it might happen once in a blue moon, but after 10 years or 20 years it is something reality. uh, how could nowadays recently I came across a news in Bangalore. In a class, some it seems to be an international school. In a class, a teacher is being facilitated with a robot. So actually, employability is not being reduced when teacher is being replaced with a robot. Actually, the school is introducing an additional facility along with the teacher. So it might be very expensive, it won't be affordable by all the institutions, all the schools might be. So they say that the teacher explains about the concept, and the, if a student, there would be a student with high intellectual capacity, if a student is prompting for a question which is beyond the syllabus, okay, beyond the syllabus, then the teacher can take the aid of the robot. So even though we say that robots can be built with emotional quotient and all, even if I don't think that faculty members or the teachers would be replaced by a robot. After all, the inbuilt emotions are beyond, might be beyond, but still above and after, the actual emotions is greater. Okay, the next is keeping pace with technology. So rapid technological advancement can make it difficult for academic programs to stay current, risking the relevance of the educations provided. Sometimes there would be technological that hacking and all, data can be hacked. And there are chances. Recently, even though augmented reality are available, such advancement are available in the market, people are aware about the what all the negatives. Still there are scams. Recently we found, we were doing a research with regard to some game. Recently we found that some students are using LG. uh, LG means life, not life good, it's just LG. So what is in that game is that there is a Telegram group. This is what the advancement of technology, but in a negative manner. Okay, so there's a when we click on to the LG link, it goes directly to a Telegram group. There you will be given some task. Okay, task is that initially you are supposed to put funds in terms of three denomination. Either you can opt for 2000, second one is 5,000, and third one is 2,500. Okay. And once you get into that slab, that is, if I'm investing 2,000 rupees daily, you will be given 8 videos with regard to any advertisement. All advertisement are of foreign companies. Okay. Each advertisement, after watching the each advertisement, there will be a question related to that advertisement. So if we after watching the advertisement, if we give the correct answer, you will be awarded with 8 rupees. So in such a manner, one day you are supposed to see 9 videos. Okay, it's a scam. Even though technology is developed, all the technology might not be good. So while introducing or giving them training to such technologies, there are chances that students get diverted. So that, as academicians, we should be alert. Next come the employability landscape and the industry 4.0 initiative. So recently, India's Skill Reports 2025 highlight says that employability among Indian graduates increased to 54.81 percentage in 2025. Yet, skill gap remains to meet the industry 4.0 demand. Even though we had made many changes in curriculum, in the syllabus, different ways of training are initiated by each of the institution beyond their syllabus, still we lack the supply, not demand, supply. There's only 54.81 percentage. So this would be the main reason for this is, as a couple of years back, we had only 3-year graduation program. After that, students, there is a outflow of students to abroad, mainly UK, Australia, Germany, France, isn't it? Our main source of manpower is being drained out. Students, once they, after their graduation of 3 years, or they go to Australia, they get over there a diploma course, um, somehow they sustain to grow there itself, they are not coming back. That might be the one among the reason. And there are studies says that the quality of education provided is not advanced in our country. But within a decades, uh, the this idea would be changed. I think by 2035, India would be providing updated education system and with the a new curriculum. I think, I believe, not I think, I believe and I dream that India would be providing skill based curriculum rather than going on to the theories. Next is Industry 4.0 Skill Development Initiative. India promotes digital skill through platforms like Skill India Digital Hub and programs such as Next Wave, Skill Up India 4.0 to prepare the workforce. So, the government of India is taking initiative to bring up the workforce or a work culture in their curriculum itself. I don't know where there is a drawback. Is it from our side, or it is the red tapeism which blocks the young generation to develop their technological skill among them? So, when we give assignments or when we give any task, it can be irrespective of your discipline. Either it can be a commerce, or it can be a maths, or it can be a physics or chemistry, whatever it is. Uh, ask your students to use the technology, whether it can be a chat GPT or a search in a Google, because once he or she makes a search, it helps him or her to explore the new technologies which is hidden beyond his classroom. So initially, people at my school age, if we haven't done a homework, what we usually do is to go early to school in the morning and take the book of a student or a friend who has already done the homework and just copy it. So the culture is changed. Now nobody needs a copy to copy the a copy book to copy the answer. Now the technology is available. So last time, when in case of maths and all, one of my friend's child, uh, he teacher gave him a problem with arithmetic something. He went to Google, he some average and all statistics, I think it's statistic. He just Google, he got a link A to Z. In that, just give the numerical figures, the answer is available. Let him or let your student search and explore the world of advancement in technology. This is the basic stone which help our students to explore or to meet the demand of industry. This initiative has to be taken by each and every student. So as we know, if a student has got interest in a particular area, he himself will drive into it. So don't pluck out a flower before it reaches to bloom. So next is with regard to essential skills and emerging job roles in industry 4.0. The core skill for industry is analytical thinking, innovation, and active learning are essential skills driving adaptability and problem solving in complex manufacturing industry. Just uh, take off the word manufacturing, we can read it as adaptability and problem solving in complex environment. Either it would be in an accounting field or in an IT or as a programmer, whatever it is. So actually the three things is analytical thinking. When you give an assignment or when you give a project, let him Google it. Don't scold or don't blame. You have brought the assignment from a chat GPT. Ask him to empower it or explore it. Now it's nowadays in industry rather than education and actually in research area and all, prompt engineering itself is a skill. So in ChatGPT, you can't get a answer what you want in a single or a few words. For example, if you want a leave letter, draft me a leave letter. If you just type in a chat GPT, you won't be getting a good leave letter. So you are supposed to prompt, give me a leave letter, comma, person having fever. He needs 2 days leave. So politely request, um, make a polite sentence. So prompting itself is a technological advancement. So earlier we used to think that teaching was the simplest job. Nowadays teaching is becoming a complicated job, because early days and all, we need, after all, we need a three texts to explain the whole subject, three or four. But nowadays we need four texts plus some Google or internet knowledge also, because students are being more updated, because there are chances for them to explore themselves. Already there are chances, just allow them to explore it. That's what the teachers has to do. Next is emerging job roles, digital twin engineering, smart factory manager leads the integration of digital stimulation and smart manufacturing system to optimize operation and innovation. Um, 10 years back, um, as a teacher, it was not necessary that we need knowledge with regard to Power BI or Excel. But now, if you are getting into a teaching profession, the basic knowledge you need to know is programming in Excel, because marks, internal marks, calculations, everything is done by a teacher in a Excel sheet, isn't it? Early days and all, I used to see that in my college days. Only computer teachers know Excel, Word, or MS, PowerPoint, etc. Other teachers, they are out of mind in such cases. But nowadays, as a teacher, whatever the subject might be, it might be maths, or it might be physics or chemistry or commerce. Everyone are supposed to know what is MS Word or MS Elements, in Microsoft Elements or Microsoft products, isn't it? For taking even a class, we need a PPT. That's what is happening over here also, isn't it? So how we have advanced or we have transferred uh, to such a technological advancement in teaching world. I think um, this transformation actually, COVID pandemic in 2019 to 2021 led us to technological advancement, isn't it? We ourselves has updated our technology in order to face the demand in teaching education field. This the same pattern has to be inculcated in every students in the at a education institution. So beyond before 2019 and all, here in 2018 itself, we had the introduction of online platforms for classrooms. As you all know, in 2018 we had a flood. The whole Kerala was in water. So students were not sent to schools. So somehow we we had to transform the knowledge to kids. So the initial platform what Keralites used was Google Meet. Later on, Microsoft Teams and Tata's gave opportunity for introducing. Yeah, before that, to be frank and to be something truth, I'm not much familiar with such platforms, but pandemic made me to myself upgrade with the advanced technology. So, moving on to strategies for bridging academia and workplace demand. So, all this has been already stated. Continuous curriculum updation with industry. All this can be done only we have any integrated programming with industries. Next is educational program must evolve by integrating AI, IoT, robotics, and digital manufacturing to equip the student with relevant skills for emerging industry 4.0 rules. So here it thoroughly emphasis on stating that the demand or the gap can be reduced only if continuous curriculum updation is being done. So when compared to other countries, now India has stepped on for continuous curriculum updations. The second thing is strong partnership between educational institutions and industries, and collaborate through um, apprenticeships and co-development courses. Nowadays, in a education. That means in my field, commerce and all, only chartered accountant had internship opportunities. Now the curriculum is designed in a such a manner on a new program, stated that started 2 years from 20. So itself they are internship programs so that they can make them aware about the workforce environment, how the work balance work life, how to create a balance between work life balance and next is with regard to future outlooks, evolving job and soft skills will be afforded more. Recently, Deloitte. Deloitte has come forward with placement opportunities as well as coming forward for providing training facilities in campus. Deloitte um, a good company. Even thesis is providing among independent students as well as experienced students. One or 6 weeks training program. So in order to prepare the students with real work life environment and all, they have come forward. Now it's our time to go with them hand on hand. Next is emphasizing on innovation, that is cultivating innovations in education will be uh, which are in collaboration. You know, in webinars and creative
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
students.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. Uh, ma'am, please continue, ma'am. Please continue. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Hello, hello,
Ma'am, please continue, ma'am.
Ma'am, continue.
hello. Okay,
Ah, now it's
okay.
okay.
So okay. So we were dealing with strategies for binding. I think it was clear. Collaborating through internships, co-development. Later on, here actually innovations,
Ma'am,
future
are
out.
you presenting, ma'am?
No, it has come to the
Mm.
end. That's why I stopped presenting. Okay. Okay. So finally, we have reached the last. The summary of the section, it is there's a gap between the demand. As I told you initially itself, there's a gap between the demand of the industry and the supply. So this gap has to be minimized. the new education policy had taken measures to reduce this gap, still there is a gap. As the Indian statistics says that only 54% of the employment opportunity has been filled. There are still balance 46% This change in the academic pattern will lead to reduce the gap between Industry 4.0 academic demand. So thank you. Let me say a word of thanks. Dr. Karthikeyan sir has intimated a talk as a resource person, has requested. Let me thank Dr. Karthikeyan. And also, I thank Nirmala ma'am, who gave a brief, sweet introduction about me. As well as I thank Pandidurai sir and Pratibha ma'am, and all managing, organizing team of this FDP. Thank you, ma'am, giving this opportunity from your side. I thank the management of Jain College, Tamil Nadu, for giving such a good opportunity, uh, such organizing such a 7-day FDP on this very important grabbing topics. I came across the last day's topic. It was really excellent. Really, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, ma'am, thank you so much, Dr. Juby Thomas, Associate Professor from Kerala, for delivering such an insightful and forward looking session on the topic Industry 4.0 and Employability, Bridging Academia and Workplace Demands. Ma'am, your clarity and practical perspective and thought provoking insights have shed lights on how we as an educator can better prepare our students for the rapidly evolving professional landscape. We truly appreciate the time and knowledge and the value you brought to today's session. Thank you once again for being with us and enriching this evening. We now invite the participants to post their questions in the chat box for a brief question and answer interaction with our speaker. Or the participant can unmute yourself to ask any sort of question which is related to today's topic. The floor is open to everyone. Any questions? Questions? Okay, ma'am. In the meantime, I would like to know about like what are one or two skills that students can start developing right now to uh, stay job ready. So any
Ma'am,
just two skills.
it's okay. Is it subject wise or discipline wise, or is it general?
In general, ma'am, to stay on their job.
Okay. In the rapid advancement of technology, the basic thing from my viewpoint, as I am a tutor in PG classes, and prompt, especially my students sitting before me is research students. So, as a research student, they are supposed to learn prompt engineering. That is very important. Second thing is, this is typically with regard to research students. It can be of any discipline which will help them to get the research topic. second thing
And
is
your audio is breaking, it seems.
the first thing is with regard to prompt engineering, because I am a tutor in PG student, especially we promote research in among the PG student. For as a PG student or a research scholar, prompt engineering is something which is very important for, I mean, for, and when we are talking about computer science and all, it is the basic knowledge of Internet of Things, languages, which has to be so called known among the student aware when it comes
I think some network
to
connection problem. Audio is
cases
not
and all.
clear. Fine, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, if a student tells you that, am I audible to you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Yeah. Ma'am,
Hello,
if in
you
your
are
class
audible.
a student tells you that I'm scared of robots taking my job, so what would you say? Just for fun, I'm asking. So because in upcoming
Okay.
generation, so we will be depend
Okay,
upon
fine, fine.
the robots to take all the jobs will be taken by robots. Will be replaced. So what would be your answer? What would you say?
Good question. Let me make
Ma'am, audio is not clear on your
hello.
side.
Am I audible?
Yes, right now audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, audible. Okay, fine. So let me make the question clear. One of my
I think that's okay.
Ma'am, you can switch out the video or you can rejoin again, ma'am.
Some connection problem it
I,
seems.
I think there is a connection problem with them.
Okay, it will, in a short while she may join, you know, the same meeting. Let's wait for a second. So if there is any questions from the audience side, from the participant side, so get ready with your question. So you can unmute yourself to ask questions that is related with our topic for today's session, or you can post your questions in our chat box. It will take a fraction of second. I think she has joined.
hello,
Yes, ma'am. We are
hello.
here.
Actually, actually, it's a rainy season over in Kerala. That's why the
Yes,
range
we
is
understand.
breaking out. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, let me make the question clear. That is, a child student is coming to me and saying that he is scared of robot.
Yes.
So initially, okay, fine, fine. Okay, initially, uh, the student might be a student studying in a graduation class, isn't it? So there are students, even though I came across a situation, it's not a robot, but the student is scared of doing problems. So make the student clear that survival of the fittest is still the theory of universe. So if you
That's
are
right.
scared, throughout the world you will be scared. So you have to overrule the emotions in order to survive in the world. See, as a robotic student, you can't avoid this robot or you can't avoid this technology. You have come to study the robotics. So you yourself have to familiarize these characters. So we are we are supposed to motivate him, make him clear that, as I said, survival of the fittest is the same theory which is being going ahead. That's it.
Very well said, ma'am. So here we have received lots of message in our chat box, like participants telling good presentation and very interesting session, and so more of word of appreciation has been shared. Okay, so if participants like to ask any question, you can take time now. You can use this opportunity. Any questions? Okay, fine. Okay, we now invite parties, like we can have another thing. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your thoughtful response and for engaging with our participants so gracefully. So as we near the end of day 6, we would love to capture a virtual group photo. So kindly switch
Okay.
on your cameras so we can preserve this moment with all your smiling face. It only takes a moment. Take a minute to switch on your cameras so that we can capture a memorable photo. Yes, ready?
Participants, please turn on your camera.
You can also smile so that we can receive a beautiful picture. Is it over?
I have captured.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Participants, can you wait for just a second? I can take one more because some of them have
One
turned
more
on
second,
just
ma'am,
now.
please.
One more, please. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. So, before we conclude, I would like to take a moment to sincerely thank our esteemed resource person, Dr. Juby Thomas, Assistant Professor from Kerala, for an eye opening session that connected the evolving expectation of Industry 4.0 with the role of academia in shaping future ready graduates. Your expertise and practical insights are truly appreciated. As it's the weekend, a gentle reminder to all the participants to take a moment to fill in today's feedback form. The link will be shared shortly in our WhatsApp group. So, dear participant, forget not to submit your feedback forms. So, as we bring day 6 of the faculty development program to a close, let us carry forward this simple reminder, like learning is a continuous journey, not just about finding answers, but about staying open to new ways of thinking. Spending your Saturdays evening with us reflects your commitment to growth and innovation in education. And as we truly appreciate your time and presence today. Tomorrow marks the final day of our FDP, and we sincerely hope to see each one of you to join us for the concluding session. Until then, Stay inspired and stay curious. And have a restful evening ahead. Thank you all. Thank you. See you tomorrow.